about the Sahara Desert. This desert is the biggest warm desert in the world, and it is the third biggest desert after Arctic and Antarctic. In Arabic, this desert is called the Big Desert, and it is on the north part of Africa. His territory is as big as all USA. It stretches from Red Sea, including parts of the Mediterranean Sea, up to the Atlantic coasts. Temperatures there can range from 21 degrees below zero to 59 degrees. That means that during the day you will roast at the sun, but in the night you must stay sheltered. The lowest point is 133 meters under the water level, and the highest point is 3,455 meters. It's like take the height. It's characterized by the dunes, usually made of sand and with a yellow tone. There are from rock or dry valleys to salt flats or mountains. The Nilo River crosses the desert and it creates aquifer, and that usually makes an oasis. In the middle of the desert, the climate is super arid, and the north, south and the highest points, the climate is more wet. Dromedaries and goats are used as domestic animals in the Sahara Desert. The dromedary is the favorite animal for most of the people because they are very fast and his resistance is amazing. In the Sahara Desert we can also find dangerous animals like yellow scorpion, snakes, crocodiles, cheetahs, foxes, etc. It's estimated that there are only like 500 species in the middle of the desert, but it's a low number if we consider his enormous extension.
Hello, I'm Aday and I'm going to talk about the Amazon River and some characteristics. This river is a river from the South America. This river crosses Peru, Colombia and Brazil. It's very famous because it's the most largest and longest of the world. It supports the fifth part of the fresh water of the world. Depending on the stage, the river can go from 10 to 48 kilometers of diameter. It has an extraordinary history with human settlements. Usually a lot of nomads go to that river because they know the river have a lot of rains. The society in that river know that this is good to fishing, to transport materials and to farming a lot of products. A lot of regions in Amazonas are uninhabited. It has a lot of little tribes and they are remote and doesn't advance nothing. The economy of the Amazonas based in the exportation over the world about wood and natural rubber.
To start, some curiosities. First, the Antarctic is the biggest reserve of salt water in the world. Second, the Antarctic million years ago was a tropical forest. And third, the Antarctic size doubles in winter. The Antarctic is the coldest, driest and wettest continent, and its altitude is the biggest of all continents. Antarctic is a total desert. with annual precipitations of only 200 millimeters on the coastal and much less on land. The Antarctic was the last region on Earth being discovered and colonized by humans, being sighted for the first time in 1820 by an Russian explorer. Many people confuse the Antarctic with the North Pole. For this reason, I will tell you some difference. First, the Antarctic is uninhabitable, totally desert formed for big layers of ice and valleys. The North Pole is habitable. Second, the Arctic is like the Geyser, inhospitable, because the temperature can down at 89 grades and the Arctic at 38 grades. Third, even it looks like a lie, but the Antarctic does not belong to anyone. And fourth, the penguins isn't live in the north, always in the Antarctic or Argentina. The nature thought that in the north are polar bears.
Hi, I'm Oliver Corujo and I'm here to talk about the Himalaya. The Himalaya form a mountain range in Asia separating the plains of the Indian subcontinental from the Tibetan plateau. The Himalaya range has the biggest mountain in the world, the Mount Everest. The Mount Everest has an altitude of 8,847 meters, its true height. The vast size, huge altitude range and complex topography of the Himalayas main terrain experience a wide range of climates, from humid subtropical in the foothills to cold dry desert conditions of the Tibetan side of the range. The Himalaya has 4 significant religions: Hinduism, Buddhism, Jainism, and Sikhism. The Himalaya doesn't have only big mountains. Himalaya has also glaciers and lakes. Most lakes on Himalaya are in biggest altitude of less 5,000 meters. Himalaya has more than 5,000 lakes and thousands of glaciers. I hope I can travel to Himalaya once in my life, and I hope too you can learn something with this English project. Thank you.